Hey YouTubers, this is Jennifer Tardy, your career success coach, and you are with me on the Black Career Success YouTube channel. So today's video is all about 4 tips that can really help you to stand out when you have what we call an on-the-job interview. And be sure to stick it through because I have a lot of good tips for you. And I'll somewhere within here tell you a story of my own. What do I mean when I say an on-the-job interview? An on-the-job interview can sometimes happen when you are already an employee within an organization, but you're interested in a job that's in a different department. Now, sometimes what that manager will do is say, hey, if you have a little bit of extra time and you can come over here and help us to do this one quick project, that'd be cool, and you can check things out. But if that's you, and if you get that rare opportunity, do not take it lightly. It is really, really, really important that you take that seriously. So that's one example of an on-the-job interview. I had that opportunity probably when I was about 21, 22 years old, and I completely blew it. And I'll explain to you why in a second. Now, some other avenues for an on-the-job opportunity is any type of temporary role that you come into the organization doing, whether you're an intern, whether you're considered a temp or a contractor, whether you're a consultant, whether you're an apprentice, it doesn't matter. Those are all considered on-the-job interviews, which means that anything that you do while you're doing the work, you're being evaluated for a longer term opportunity. So here are things that you should consider if you're on the job. Number one, if you do your job and you finish it quickly, ask for more work to do. Always come across as that person who is eager to jump in, to help out, to lend an extra helping hand. Make sure that you're that person that asks for more work to do and not that person that just kind of sits around and waits for someone to reach out to them to get work done. That doesn't show proactivity whatsoever. The second thing that you can do, network. Network and get to know people, get to know your peers, get to know the manager. What better way can you get to know somebody outside of the formal interview process than on the actual job? So when you do have a couple of minutes of free time, be sure to connect to them, because by the time it's the end of your on-the-job interview, you need for people to be ranting and raving about you in such a positive way. So make sure that they know about you and you know about them before your opportunity is over. The next tip that I want to give you is make sure that you always have that can-do spirit, that positive attitude. Because if I'm giving you this opportunity to show and prove, but already you're draining my energy, or you come in with an attitude, or you don't even smile, why would I want to bring you on my team full time? This is my opportunity to really see what your personality and your behaviors are like. So make sure that I only see the most positive side of you. And the fourth tip is make sure that you become a resource for the team. So make sure that that the team can always find you, and that they know that you are going to deliver, and that you're reliable, and that you're dependable. Because if they have some overflow of work that may not be a part of your job description, then they know that they can come to you. They know that they can come to you for something, and you are going to figure it out. You're going to be resourceful, and you're going to get that job done. So I mentioned to you a second ago that I was going to share with you what happened to me in my own story. So back in my early 20s, the first regular full-time job opportunity that I had, I was actually working in sales, but I knew that I wanted to enter recruiting. And so within the same organization that I worked, I networked and I met the right people, and there was an opportunity for me to come in to help for a recruiting event. And so I was so excited about this opportunity. I thought that I was bringing my A game. And while I was there, I did whatever people told me to do. So I would do this job over here and I would do this job over here. When people didn't tell me to do anything, I really didn't do anything. And then what I found out was at the very end, they decided not to move forward with me for that position, even though in the beginning I was a shoo-in. But do you know why? It was all because I wasn't proactive. Whenever I didn't have anything to do, instead of going to ask for more work or trying to engage or follow these tips that I'm giving you, instead, I just kind of sat back in the shadows. So that was a hard lesson that I only had to learn one time. And hopefully you will learn this lesson through me so that you don't have to experience that on your end. Because if you get an opportunity to have an on-the-job interview, just know that you will be the most competitive person for that position because you're doing the position. So when a regular full-time position comes open, you can be the easy shoo-in for that role. So follow these tips and much luck to you. Take care.